Folks, today we will explore the universe. The universe of tacos. The taco episode coming right up. You know, if you were to ask people around the world what is the quintessential Mexican food, you'd be hard pressed to find someone who would not say the taco. The taco is the superlative Mexican food that's most common. Tijuana is no exception. Tijuana has the classical tacos from all over Mexico. Tijuana, you could say it's a taco paradise. I've been in many places around Mexico, and believe me folks, the street vendor tacos in TJ are delicious. I would stack them up against any city in the rest of Mexico. And it's maybe because Mexico is a city of immigrants. You have all these immigrants who have come maybe to try to cross to the US. Many of them have stayed and they've brought their way of making food to Baja. And the combination with the local ingredients and so on has just made them a wonderful delight to have in this city. So we're going to today educate you on the ins and outs of tacos. So if you want an approval wink from the locals, you know, that slow hats off nod from a stranger that appreciates you trying out their culture, then you have to go to one of these taco stands. You just gotta park and go to one of these. You know, one of the things about taco stands is you're not gonna find any advertising for them. These literally live on word of mouth. If a taco stand is good, if you see it full of people, then you gotta get close to that. Do not be afraid of street side taco stands. Trust me on this. So one of the first tacos Mexicans eat, is birria tacos. Now supposedly they're made of goat meat, although many are not really. Birria is a type of taco that many Mexicans eat when they're hangover. So you'll almost never see a birria taco stand open late in the evening. You'll always see them open early in the morning, and probably by mid-afternoon they're gone. All the meat's gone. So Education 101 from taco stands. It's crossing south. Okay, yeah, he's saying that there's multiple kinds of birria. So you have lamb birria, goat birria, and also you can have basically beef birria, which is what this is. This is a beef birria taco stand, which are probably the most predominant in TJ. When they make the taco, you see the meat right there. They'll soak it on the juice that it's marinating in, and then the tortillas. You notice how they'll drench them. They'll drench their tortillas in like seasoned oil, which has been marinating on the meat with the meats and so on. So you can ask for a dry tortilla if you want, go a little bit healthier. But there's those the oil soaking on the little napkin thing here, the wrapping here. It gets all red from the spices in which the meat was marinating. And it's just a juicy taco. And I don't know what the properties are of a birria taco, if it's the seasoning, if it's the peppers that just wake people up. But it seems to be effective because people do flock to these, the morning after. So it's a birria taco, folks. The goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me lift up my whiskers just so I don't get any stuff in them. To those health nuts out there, this must look disgusting, but it's not, my friends. Double. It's going down. Muchas gracias, eh? So, one of the things about a taco stand like this is that there's not a lot of parking. If you're willing to come in public transportation or park in the nearest shopping center, then you're good. But, it's not like like an established place. You park and come here however you can. The cliches about, getting some sort of infirmity or getting sick and so on, let go of that. Just explore and you'll find fantastic things in Tijuana and in Baja. Okay, so we wanted to visit a popular taco stand that serves all of your Mexican traditional tacos. Especially one of my favorite ones, which I thoroughly recommend, the adobada or al pastor taco. I remember that I had an American friend who told me, Jorge, why do Mexicans eat all these different things, you know, from the cow? They eat the cheek, the eye, the brain, the tongue. Well, you can simply have the best part of the cow and sit down and have a nice, juicy steak. And, but you know what? People around the world eat different parts. And this stuff is a delicacy in Mexico. So if you're feeling adventurous, look at the things you can actually eat. I mean, to have an experience like this, to have this kind of exotic food, I think you would have to go like Vietnam, Cambodia, Southeast Asia somewhere, where you see other types of animals skewered, and you would probably jump into it just to experience that. So just across the border in Tijuana, you have that experience available to you. So let's get into it. We want to show you other tacos that they make. So this is the traditional side of Mexican tacos. So if you stick with your traditional popular tacos like the carne asada, the adobada, the suadero, even the tripa, you're good. But if you're bold enough, you're adventurous enough, and feel that you could have totally owned the dining scene in the Indiana Jones Temple of Doom movie, you know which one I mean, and some of these tacos will test your fortitude. This is tongue. This is actually brains, and they call it sesos. It's the brain of the cow. That's the eye of the cow. It's split open. If you noted there, that's like the retina, and that's the eye. Okay, just so you don't say I didn't try any of this stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the lightest one. I'm gonna try the tongue taco. Jefe, le encargo uno de lengua. Yep, I'm about to French kiss a cow. So we got here like at 2:40, and they told us that food wasn't gonna be ready till like 3. That's about the time they open up and they start serving food. Well, like in 2 minutes after 3, boom, from being empty, this place is packed now. It's your tongue taco, folks. It's not necessarily one that I would have chosen, but I want to try everything. So I want to, well, not everything, but I want to try stuff. So it looks like meat. You know, you look at it and it doesn't seem like it's a piece of tongue, but it is. So, you know, I can see just by the kind of sauce that it's a tomatillo sauce. When you go to a taco stand, if you see that the sauce is made with tomatillo, and you can tell by those seeds right there, you're in for a very good experience. Tomatillo sauce seems to turn most tacos into, you know, high quality tasting tacos. So let's try our let's try our tongue. Tongue eating tongue, cannibalizing itself. Okay, but not a tongue cow. But not a cow tongue. So, okay. Whoa. It's tender meat. Very good. I guess these enhance the flavor. But normal, in every taco stand, you'll see plates opened up with sliced cucumber and radish. You can just take it. There's no charge for these. And of course, this is Mexico, where food without spiciness is like a kiss without love. No charge for these chiles güeros, folks, or blonde peppers. Oh yeah, that's right, big guy. I really hit the spot, didn't it? Handmade tortillas made on the spot, check. When the taco guy's eating here, I mean, you'd probably be sick of them if they weren't good, right? But now it's time to move on to the adobada-ness, the porkness. Oh yes. Okay, so the adobada taco is really one of my favorite ones. It's pork, and I don't know the history of that giant skewered hunk of pork meat right there. But you know, if you go to Turkey, to countries in the Middle East, and you go to street vendors over there, you'll find something similar to that. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that seared goodness. One of the traditional tacos of Mexico is the adobada taco, al pastor, and I do recommend you try it. It is really good. It's good with salsa, but you know what? This kind of taco is even good without salsa. If you're not into spicy food, the spices the pork is prepared with, which is many different kinds of peppers, it just makes it delicious as is. I asked for salsa this time, but whew, it's adobada taco. Adobada taco, friends. This is just a happy classic. Scale of 1 to 10, there's a 9. Could be a 10. So that hunk of meat right there, it says it takes 1 day to sell. In 8 or 12 hours, it will be gone. So that's about 40, 50 pounds of pork lard and meat gone in 1 day. Mexicans got to have their adobada tacos, I guess. I don't blame them. They're delicious. What about you? Speak English?
Yeah.
You like these tacos?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah?
My name is Sasson.
Sasson.
Sasson is
Okay.
a Hebrew name.
Okay. So your name is Sasson. I mean, why do you have a Hebrew name when you're from
I'm
Iran?
Jewish.
A Jew from Iran?
Yes.
That's my mind's exploding right now.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
Sasson in Spanish is taste,
Yeah, like seasoning. Like
but in Hebrew is happiness.
taste and happiness. Aren't they related? You've seen that in the Middle East. Where would you see this kind of
You
food?
see it in Israel a lot.
Israel?
They
What-
make shawarma, chicken shawarma.
It's
or
called
beef
shawarma.
Yeah, shawarma.
Okay, so there you go. The adobada looks like shawarma. And what countries? Israel? What other country would
I
you see
think
that?
Israel, you will see it in Israel or Lebanon,
Maybe Turkey?
maybe Turkey and Egypt.
Yeah, that's where you would have the shawarma.
Yeah, and maybe Iraq too.
Oh, in Iraq too. And your cousin from Iran, when he came and
Yeah,
tried
he
this
came
taco,
here and he loved it.
he loved the
it.
adobada. The
Has the
pastor.
idea of making tacos in Iran.
Oh, you know, I think any country that doesn't have them, it's a good business to start.
Yeah.
Well, it was very nice to meet you, my
Okay,
friend.
nice meeting
Thank you
you.
for talking to us. So, folks, this is the traditional Mexican taco, but the taco is evolving in Baja, in Mexico, but mostly in Baja. So we're going to try now what else is going on with the evolution of the taco. Stay with us, folks. It's Crossing South. So we left these happy patrons to their tasty day and moved on to new horizons. Time to see more of where the new generations are taking the taco. Many Tijuanonians, many people in Baja in general, are starting to find out that being an employee is not the only way you can make a living. They find out that if they have an idea, especially when it comes to cuisine, when it comes to finding a new way of making food, fusioning another culture's way with the Mexican way and so on, you know, they create these fantastic dishes. They're very creative, very unique tastes and so on. And they find that in Tijuana, there's a hunger for new things. People in Baja are just thirsting to try new experiences, to try new flavors. So there's it's almost like an entrepreneur destination right now, kind of like a gold rush, if you will, Baja. And people are taking advantage of it, and you know what? You and I benefit as well. So stay with us, folks. Well, you know, folks, when talking about the reincarnation of the taco and new generations trying new things, I think a very good example is the place we're standing in right now. It's just a little food truck, very unassuming, but pretty creative. And it's called Kokopelli, and we're with this guy right here. What's your name, guy?
Also,
What?
also.
Also, that's
What's up?
like bear, right?
Yeah, that's bear, pretty much. I'm the bear.
You're the bear. So, what kind of octopus is that?
It's a Baja octopus. It's from San Quintin,
Really?
3 hours from here.
So, what are you gonna do? What dish would you do with those octopuses?
This is called the first step of Kraken.
Cracklings?
Kraken.
Kraken.
Is the name of the taco.
Isn't that like a monster?
It's a mythical monster for the Vikings. They
Oh,
used to-
really?
Yeah,
The Kraken.
Kraken. And
Right.
so it's basically it's gonna be a taco.
Release the Kraken. Right? Right?
Yeah, pretty much. And basically, we try to do food for ourselves that we would like to eat for ourselves, and hopefully that's what people like.
Really?
We don't try to follow any tendency, just do whatever we want to do, and if it works, no? Or for example, this is a little piece of Hollywood fish and a chile guajillo, and then it comes with 4 more sauces, so it's like 5 sauces inside of one taco, no? One dish.
Oh, very nice.
Pico de gallo, but with...
Your own version.
Yeah, our own version. It comes with a spoon of that, chunky tomatillo, radish, raw cactus.
Well, I love octopus to begin with, so that looks great. And that was probably your birria, right?
Yeah, this is, they
You
asked
have
for another one.
Yeah, exactly. You have your drenched taco.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, so you're mixing, you know, urban food with pre-Hispanic food with like your own creativity
Yeah,
and so on,
pretty
right?
much.
So you basically got your own thing going, and you're hoping that people come along for the ride,
Yeah, pretty much.
and they are. From what I hear, they are coming along for the ride. That's your octopus birria.
Yeah.
This guy's combining stuff. You're breaking the rules, man.
Well, the rules are meant to be broken.
Of course, of course.
For example, this is a sauce made with pulque and chile pasilla.
Wow.
So this is the pipián.
Look at that stuff.
And then I add 2 different kinds of tomatoes, one red, and then a yellow tomato. It's a pear tomato.
Pear tomato?
Yeah.
That's what they call it? Look at that.
So basically it comes with 4 sauces, and then the marinade is another sauce, so it's a 5 sauce.
From the clear liquid that's separated when you press cheese, if you boil it further, more cheese comes out?
Yeah.
And that's requesón.
Requesón.
Well, I think I'm about done talking about these, and I think I'm about ready to taste some of these. So, you know, this place has a very eclectic, artsy, sophisticated clientele. Folks, these tacos are a beaut to see. Creativity expressed, man. Generation X at work here. Totally. Okay, so the first taco we're gonna try that also is gonna hook up is called the Kraken. Release the Kraken.
Basically, it's one of our first tacos of the 20-something different tacos we have now.
Really? It's one of the first ones?
Yeah.
Okay, it's good. Okay, the Kraken, Chota Vale Todo, and
Gringo en Vacaciones.
Gringo en Vacaciones, which means
Con tuxedo.
Gringo on vacation with a tux. This ain't your mama papa taco. Tacos changing, tacos evolving. It's evolving. It's alive. Okay, so which one is this? Is the Kraken?
This is the Kraken. So it falls. So this is how we get our tacos crispy.
That's crazy and smoky and ashy, but it's good.
This is your first taco.
This is the Kraken, right?
Yeah, the Kraken. I
can even see, you know, a little bit of ash there from, you know,
from the hell.
I wonder if in the States that would be allowed for you to leave.
Maybe
you know?
no. No, but only here.
You know, that's what I'm saying,
But
man.
part of the flavor, and it's
Of course.
it's good for your teeth, so it's good.
They say Mexico, land of the freer, home of the braver. So, this is the Kraken. Let's release the Kraken. This guy just puts it right there on the coals. So you're getting your carbon. Okay, we need carbon. As human beings, we need carbon, right?
We're made out of carbon.
I've seen the name of your sauces, man.
Yeah.
They seem like they're punishing, you know?
Some of them.
Apparently the sauces here are pretty intense, so be warned. But this one, look, Aztec punishment. So you're gonna get behind whooped if you get this one. You're Aztec chastising through sauce. Snipek. That's like a slang word, which means like, you know, what are you gonna do? Which means basically you're a goner, you know, so what are we gonna do? Nipek, snipek. And then you have the tears of Lucifer. My goodness. You know, I see this and I think of like a nice raspberry yogurt, right? You know, if you're getting to this place and about to eat your taco, you know, you see this thing and you're like, oh, I'll try the pink one. It's their spiciest sauce. Habanero with pineapple. Are you kidding me? And it's the lightest one, the mildest one. Let's try this sucker. The only way I can describe it is tastes my mouth has never experienced before. This guy's like an evil genius. Oh man. So tell me about the Chota Vale Todo. I know Chota, it's almost like a derogatory name for cops, right? It's like
exactly.
Like it's not like in the U.S. where they call them the equivalent of pork. You know, folks, I don't feel like that. I'm just stating vulgar culture, how it expresses itself.
Because this is a pork taco, and this Chota Vale Todo, which means like a chota
that doesn't care.
Doesn't care.
Is that what it means? Like a cop doesn't care?
Yeah, pretty much.
Folks, I have the most utter respect for law enforcement, so please, no angry letters.
Okay, this is gonna be the Chota Vale Todo, which is the porky, and it comes with sweet potato, cauliflower, bell peppers, papalo, and then we throw a spoon of pickled vegetables, rosemary, all that. We throw some of that. Chicharron to make it better and crispy.
The chicharron, like cracklings, pork rinds.
Pork rinds, exactly. Guava with achiote sauce.
Okay, so you got your pork, you got your pork rinds, you've got your pickled vegetables, you've got your cheese, you've got your guava and achiote sauce. This thing is a mouthful, folks. This guy's like a taco mad scientist, and we're gonna try this thing, which is crazy. And you know, you can try all kinds of stuff here, folks, because this guy like asks you even, are you a vegetarian or are you a vegan? You know, he's got a menu for all kinds of folks. So let's just try this baby. Let's try this sucker. It's citrusy, it's acidy, it's sweet, it's crunchy, it's tender. It's got all these different things in one. Jorge happy. Huh? Gringo with a tux on vacation. Oh, the pepper with the cheese? That's a tuxedo. Oh, that's hilarious. So it's Gringo on vacation because it's so red after you marinate it. That's how a Gringo would get
on
the beach.
Yeah.
He gets all red, all sunburned. Okay, that's funny. You want to know how you're perceived, folks? There you go. Okay, so Bear is telling me that I should put some pickled onions and bell peppers. Look at how colorful that looks. And he's saying that I should add some of that pineapple again, some of that pineapple sauceness. Folks, you see how lively that looks? You know, the next time you're eating a Big Mac, you know, think of what you could be having down here. You know, the next time you go to a burger joint, think of this. You know, this is what you can't have if you come to TJ. This is amazing. It's like I don't want to eat it. I want to frame it, right? and you know, something interesting that I'm also noticing about, you know, the way also here makes his food, there's no gas used. This guy doesn't use any gas. It's all, you know, char-broiled. All he has is coals and that's it. That's it. It's got to be a good way to, you know, a barbecuer's dream, right? But this ain't your typical barbecue. So let's try this stuff. I'll just tell you this. It tastes as good as it looks. Oh my goodness. It's phenomenal. It's sweet, it's tangy. It even feels healthy, to be honest. I don't know if it is, but it feels, maybe I'm deceiving myself, right? Oh man, this is so good. This is really good, folks. Apparently the street cart we started at is the experimental food site, where each of their tacos has its genesis. Now once the recipe has lived its cycle, it gets sent to one of the two thoughtfully designed and personality-filled branches he has expanded to. This is not your typical franchising. This guy really thinks it through, and each one has its own charm. Currently, there's only 3 of these Kokopelli sites in all the city. You got spinach over your portobello mushroom. I don't see any meat going into that, folks. Okay, so we came to one of their branches because this taco is not available in the original cart, the one we're doing the show right now. So this is the funky taco. So you vegans out there, eat your heart out, all right? I feel kind of weird eating a taco with no meat in it, but you know, gotta try new things, right? Okay. Jorge tested, Jorge approved, folks. Wow, oh my goodness. I cannot believe I'm enjoying a taco so much that has literally no meat inside of it. Wow. Portobello, goat cheese, milk with red wine combination, pesto, cilantro, olive oil, spinach, and avocado. Wow, such a tasty delight. Okay, my friend Bear.
Thank you.
Keep the craziness going, all right?
Okay.
Don't ever change. Don't let them settle you down.
Good.
So after experiencing everything from the AM tacos, the birria, to the traditional stuff and the emerging evolution of this staple in Mexican cuisine, we were happy to take you on this maniacal taco frenzy. We will see what happens next time, the next time we cross south.
You can find maps and information about the places you just saw, or you may order a copy of this program on DVD at CrossingSouth.com. We also do Facebook.